Hillary Instagram. What's up, man? Guy? Alright, it's Monday. Hope you're all having a great Monday. Guess what we're talking about? First of all, we're going to thank Scatter Comics for sponsoring this episode. Also, we're going to talk about how Empire Comic Books and Scatter Comic Books are somehow melded together because Empire Comic Books sells Scatter Comic Books, also sells, maybe a specific comic book called The Edge. I believe issue 2 is out, and wow, you can only get better. That's what I'm going to say about The Edge. The Edge can only get increasingly better. I don't want to say it's going to get worse because it's not. It's not going to get worse. It's pretty awesome. I've read 1 and 2, and it's pretty ridiculous how good this is. So go out to your local comic book stores or Empire Comic Books and pick it up because it's awesome. Alright, tonight I'm going to talk about what I just witnessed in Game of Thrones and how there's talks about a reboot with The Rock, meaning what reboot I'm talking about is Big Trouble Little China, and also the internets are buzzing about if Jason Statham or Idris Elba would be a great James Bond after Daniel Craig leaves. So, Game of Thrones. Wow. There's nothing I can say really about Game of Thrones. It was ridiculous. There was just so much. Everyone's kind of getting what they deserve as far as like the Lannisters. Let's see here. Like Sansa is finding out that her entire family's not dead, and Jon Snow is fighting off a whole bunch of White Walkers, and then at the same time finding out that A, his sword won't break, and B, that they're in a hell of a lot worse shape than they were before they let their enemies know about what was coming. So, yeah, no, that's all I'm going to say, because you have to watch the episode. If you have watched the episode, you know what I'm talking about. If you haven't, don't pay attention to what I'm saying, because I don't want to ruin it for you, but it just, that's all I'm going to say. Just, it's ridiculous what I've just seen. Like, not ridiculously bad, ridiculously awesome and good, and just like, I don't know what else to say about that. So, alright, as I was watching Game of Thrones, on the Facebook, there started to be a whole little buzz about The Rock being in the reboot of Big Trouble Little China. Now, I've seen Big Trouble Little China, and it was great for when it came out. That's what makes it awesome. I don't know if you want to, because a lot of people that reboot awesome movies from like the 80s and the beginning of the 90s, it's just, they take it too much and they make it too of its time of now, and sometimes it doesn't come out the same way it did come out when it first came out. So, I don't know. I'll have to, if this is actually true, I'll have to stay tuned and see how it looks. I'm not really a big fan of like rebooting 80s movies. So, but I mean, if The Rock's going to be in it, who knows? We'll see. We'll see what happens as it develops more on the internet, and if it's actually going to happen, kind of thing. Also, the internet was buzzing about another thing about who would be a better Bond between Idris Elba and Jason Statham. Now, as our culture keeps evolving in the movies and the comic books and the video games and all this stuff, I think Idris Elba would be a badass James Bond. Now, I mean, we all have seen Jason Statham play the Transporter. We've seen him in Fast and the Furious. We've seen him in the Expendables movies. He can be smooth, and he can be, a ladies' man, but if what the James Bond movies are going towards is, I don't know, maybe we should get a completely different Bond and have Idris Elba play him. Now, that's not saying that Jason Statham wouldn't be awesome. I'm just thinking Idris Elba would be a little better. That's all I'm saying. So, give me your thoughts on who would be a better James Bond in the comments below. All right, guys. I thank you for watching. That will be it. Again, I'd like to thank Scattered Comic Books for sponsoring this episode, and go out and buy The Edge issue number 2. It's pretty awesome. Yeah, and have a great rest of your night, and please read more comic books.